Hello everybody, welcome to DRL TV. I am your host, James Handoff. With me tonight is Grand National Series broadcast regular David Wolfman. How are you doing tonight, David?
I'm doing pretty good, JP. How about yourself?
I'm doing awesome. I'm looking forward to seeing the second road course race of this 2019 season here at Watkins Glen. We are currently underway with qualifying, about 2.5 minutes left, and looking at practice times, Caden Honeycutt was the fastest. Who are you looking forward to seeing here tonight?
I got to go with Mr. Lucky. He dominated at Sears Point or Sonoma. I look for him to really lay down some rubber here tonight. Pretty much the same course, just a couple extra, well, not as many turns, but I think Chris Lucky's got something for Honeycutt tonight.
I have to agree. Both Chris and Richard Lucky were dominant at Sonoma. This track is a lot faster though, a lot more longer straightaways, a little less technical, but still you got to make those right-hand turns with a lot of these drivers are not accustomed to doing. However, I would like to take a moment. You had something you'd like to say to our viewers?
Oh, I just wanted to give a big shout out for you promoting the GoFundMe page for my wife, Rhonda. As some of you might know, she's battling with diabetes and just recently lost all of her toes on her left foot. So we got a GoFundMe page up, and the thing is if you can donate, that's really great. You know, it helps out a lot, especially with our bills and everything that we have with these doctor bills. But if you can't donate, the biggest thing you can do is to click the share on your Facebook page, get the message out. You know, that's the biggest thing for us. And I'll throw the link up here just real quick.
Absolutely. And for those of you who are watching, if you click on the details information on our YouTube channel, you can see right below is the link to that GoFundMe page. We also have it posted on our Facebook page and website. So please take a minute to check it out, and if you can donate, those medical bills are very expensive and everything.
But like I said, she went through it 2 years ago. She lost her big toe. She's never really recovered from it since then. And then, you know, with diabetes, man, it just takes one little blister and you're in for it. And that's what happened here. One blister, and she ended up losing all of her toes. And she still may end up losing her whole leg over it because she's not healing right.
We will definitely keep her in our prayers as we are wrapping up qualifying here. Caden Honeycutt will be the pole sitter. As we saw Chris Lucky, he hit the grass on his first lap, so he will be starting in the back. So he will be one driver to look out for moving up through that field. We know he has a lot of speed as he was second fastest in practice. As we start to grid up, we're going to pull in Caden Honeycutt for the interview. As soon as we can find him in the Discord.
That's even if he's in the Discord. Normally he don't join until after the race. Let me see if I can find him. I don't see him at all in any channel. So he's apparently not here. Pull in Chris Lucky, see what he's going to do for coming from the back to the front. I'll grab him real quick.
Alrighty, let's see what he has to say.
Mr. Lucky, you got a copy, my man?
Yeah, I got you, Dave.
Well, not the qualifying position that you wanted, but you were really, really fast in practice. Thoughts and concerns going into this race, trying to get back to the front?
Yeah, I should be able to get up in the top 5. It'll be fun from back here, that's for sure, but not where I wanted to be. So we'll see what happens. The tire wear's a big deal here, so we'll see what happens with the leaders.
You don't think you can win this thing from the back?
No, track position is everything. With only 45 laps, it's going to be too tough, but top 5 I can get up there.
10-4, buddy. Well, good luck out there. JP, you got anything for him?
No, you pretty much covered it. We know you were very dominant at Sonoma. Richard was also pretty good at Sonoma. How is he feeling about tonight?
Same as me. Neither one of us really like this place too much, but Richard takes care of the tires, so look for him to start going forward about lap 10 or 11.
10-4.
Alrighty, well, good luck tonight, and hopefully we'll talk to you at the end of this one.
Yep. Thanks, fellas.
Yes, sir. Lucky Motorsports. There we go. All righty. Well, this thing's getting ready to start out, JP. Wow, what can I say? The Glen. I love it, especially in an Indy car.
Yep, as the pace car rolls off, this field is going to work its way around this track. Hopefully this will be the only pace lap that we see. Let's see if we can get our starting grid. We have Caden Honeycutt, our pole sitter. Logan McNally in the 88 will be starting second. Anthony Burrows third. Eric Wolf will be starting fourth. Richard Lucky starting into the fifth position. Mike Springer will be starting sixth. Seventh, we have Spencer Tarter, and eighth is Adam de Blasio, and then number 25. Ninth will be Thomas Harmon, and Wade Hustad will be starting all the way in 10th. 11th place will be Joseph Hell, and John Theodore, who came off the podium finish last week, will be starting 12th. Bill Edwards 13th, Chris James 14th. 15th goes to Jim Westerfield, and Taylor Butcher Benjamin will be starting in the 16th position. John Mullins will be starting 17th, and Chris Luck, who we just spoke to, will be in 18th. And that is the starting grid for tonight. Taking a look at our track information, we will be doing 45 laps on this 2.45 mile road course. We are 78 degrees, partly cloudy with 1% humidity, and the wind is traveling in the north direction at 2 miles per hour. As you see some of these drivers going through the breakdown lane, it is the pace lap that is legal to do, but during the race you will be black flagged if you do so.
Doing what now?
Driving through that breakdown lane, cutting the bus stop, as some put it.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know, we got air temperature out here. It's 78 degrees. It's nice weather. But, man, that track is at 104 degrees. It's going to be really slick out there for these gentlemen.
As they are working their way to the final two corners. Getting excited for this one. Caden Honeycutt will be leading them to the line. I think the most treacherous part on this restart is going to be the S's. It's high-paced S's. These guys are going to be too wide. Going to have to try to get the single file out as quickly as they can as they head into the bus stop. Pace car is getting ready to duck off. Let's see how these guys do as Caden Honeycutt is going to lead them to the line. Green flag is out. Caden Honeycutt with a nice start there. Down into turn one. As you see him swing to the left, he's going to be the first man into turn one. Anthony Burrows diving it down in there. He's going to take second place away from the number 88. Going up through the S's, we see too wide with Eric Wolf and Richard Lucky. They might get a little contact there. Everything works out. Through the high-speed S's, Wade Hustad there on the outside of Adam Blasio as they head down the long straightaway to the bus stop.
Wow, they're three wide back there in the back for a second.
These guys are going to have to sort it out going through the bus stop. Wade Hustad and Adam Blasio almost make contact, but they seem to make it work. It looks like Adam has a little bit of rear damage on that 25. Let's see if we can get a closer look at that. Oh yeah, you can see that in there right there in the back end of it. I don't think that's going to affect it too much though. Of course, it's more about the driver, not as much as the aerodynamics. You have to pay attention with that through the rest of this race. As it looks like these guys have single filed out for the most part. Going to be completing lap one, Caden Honeycutt with almost 1 second lead over Anthony Burrows.
But now that's somebody you got to watch out for. Anthony Burrows and Eric Wolf both. They know how to get around this track. They pretty much dominated last year.
They did indeed. As you see Anthony Burrows starting third place. Let's go take a look at Eric Wolf. He's starting third, currently fifth behind Will Truckee. Working their way to the bus stop once again.
I just can't get over how Honeycutt goes through this bus stop. I mean, he just flies through it. He picks up so much ground right through there.
Absolutely. Getting through the bus stop is going to be one of the keys to having a great finish here. You got to hit your marks each and every lap. We do see Anthony Burrows is gaining a little bit though. He's about 0.6 behind Caden. He was about 7/10 the previous lap, as we see a little wiggle there by Caden Honeycutt.
He lost some time right there over that wiggle.
As we go back in the pack, we see Mike Lemon currently in the 15th position. John Theodore looking to the inside of him into 1. Looks like John thought better of it as he backs off. He's going to wait till the bus stop to see if he makes anything happen.
Now Bill Edwards, he's right there with these 3 drivers, and you just know that he's mirror driving right now.
Absolutely, he's got to protect the inside here on the bus stop. Make sure Mike Lemon doesn't dive to the inside of him. Looks like
he was thinking about it.
Yep, these 3 able to work it through the bus stop cleanly. We'll see what happens here down the long straight road.
But once these cars get single file and get some spacing in between them, it'll just be race the track and pretty much not the car around you or in front of you, but you got to get separated first. Like Honeycutt, whoa, Edwards, wow. That, Edwards saved it, but man, he liked the 8 defense.
Yeah, nice little wiggle there by Bill Edwards. Able to keep it going straight though. He has space in between him and the car behind him, so he's going to be able to regain his composure without worrying about being passed.
Honeycutt now with almost a full second, he's like 3/4 of a second faster than Burroughs. And they got almost 3 seconds or 4 seconds over McNally. So it's going to be a Burroughs and Honeycutt show right now.
As we see Mike Springer currently in 9th as he's tracking down the 28 of Spencer Turner. Let's see if we can go on board with him. See how he's going to do his entry points in the final corners. Finish up in the line. We hear him downshift in the second gear. Get on the gas. Let back off. He's not shifting at this point. He's going to shift coming off this corner, heading down into 1.
Well, Chris Lucky started his race 18th. He's currently up to 12th, so not too bad.
Talked about Chris Lucky going to him. He's currently in 12th. Right behind Joseph Hell, who's currently in 11th. Going through these S's. Nice and smooth on the gas. So far, nice and clean. I haven't seen any trouble on the track so far. David, what are your thoughts?
It looks pretty good to me. There was a little bit of incident back here with the Harmon, and I think it's a purple car. Who is that?
Might have been Mike Lemon.
Yeah, Mike Lemon, Theodore, and Chris James. They got boogered up there a little bit going into turn 1, but they got it all sorted out.
As we saw, Chris Lucky was able to make that pass on Joseph Hell, take that 11th position away.
Fast track, fast pace. Can't lose your thought going into these turns. One little mental error can put you from 0 to 0 really quick.
As we see a nice lead scan there, Chris James. He's currently hunting down John Theodore to get that 4th position. Going through that bus stop, nice and smooth. Going back to our leader, Caden Honeycutt, Anthony Burroughs is putting the pressure on him under 0.4 of a second. About half a second there as Anthony got a little loose off the corner.
Yeah, he's definitely not letting him run away with this race, that's for sure. And he picked up a little bit right there.
It's a two-man show. Coming off of turn 1 through these S's.
You know, I hate to say it, but Honeycutt's biggest threat here tonight is himself. The way he's getting through this bus stop, if he's going to have a mistake, it's probably going to be here. Because you can come off right here, and just as soon as you're going to make this right-hand turn coming out of the bus stop, that car will snap loose on you really quick.
As you see him use all 4 of those rumble strips to his advantage. Doing a great job getting through that bus stop.
Kind of like what we seen from the Cup drivers last year, where they were just about driving on 2 wheels and slinging it around the bus stops and popping the cars up on 2 wheels, hitting them rumble strips. I don't know how they do it.
Caden had a nice lap there. He was 3/10 faster than anything. Burrows moving that lead to 3/4 of a second now. We'll have to go 3 seconds back to get to 3rd place. As he makes his way through the losses. The closest battle we might have is we got Mike Springer and then
Now they can't make this on a full fuel run, right?
I don't know. They will have to pit at least once, maybe twice, depending on if these drivers put up the tires or not.
I was just sitting here
able to get by Thomas Harmon, sorry.
Well, I was just sitting here thinking, you know, can somebody short pit this thing and walk away with it, as we see Dustin Musial coming in right now on lap 8. So not sure what's going on with the 22. Let me
Looks
take a
like
quick look.
he tore off his front end, is completely missing. Let's see if we can see what happened here. Looks like he just lost it through the S's and it sticks in the inside wall. iRacing grabbed him there and he had to tow.
Wow. Yep. I think iRacing needs to fix that. It really hurts the driver to get stuck like that and force the tow.
As you see Caden work his way through the bus stop, diving down in there, much in the game of the racing track. Doing
And
a great job.
He's definitely increased that gap over Burrows again. I'm not giving up on McNally. He may be 3.5 seconds back, but he's still fighting in this race. He's doing everything he can to gain on Burrows, and he's doing a pretty good job at it right now. See if we can't. I was talking to myself. I was just taking a look back here at DeBlasio, seeing how he's doing running up here in the 6th spot. Even with that little bit of damage he's got on the rear end, seems to be doing pretty well. And then we got Wade Hustad. He's currently running in the 7th position, but he's got Spencer Tart right behind him. And he got Springer there as well.
And Chris Lucky right behind him. So a nice little battle forming up for the 7th position.
Looked like the only person that's actually stepped out and away from everybody is pretty much Caden Honeycutt. You know, everybody else is still doing battle around each other, not letting each other get away, especially between 6th to 10th.
As we see Spencer Tart look to the outside of Wade Hustad.
Hustad cuts him off.
Not sure if he's going to be able to make a pass. We'll see what happens in turn 1.
Oh, wow. Springer thought he was going to jump down to the inside of Hustad. He still may do it, but he's going to give up that position to Chris Lucky on the outside. And Chris Lucky did make that pass on the outside.
Wide. Able to cut back Chris Lucky, though. Battle's definitely heating up.
And all this is for 6 spots. Woo! Lucky, wow. He used all the track to get around Spencer there.
He was able to do it, so chalk up another position for Chris Lucky.
That man's coming to the front one way or the other, that's for sure. He's got his sights set on that 32 now. So you're saying probably roughly about another 7 or 8 laps before he's going to come in?
Yeah, I think these guys are going to probably cut the race in half in around 23.
But do you take right sides, or are you forced pretty much to take 4 tires at this track?
It's tough to say depending on how well the drivers save the tires. I think it's going to be 4 tires and fill it up on field. Like Spencer Douglas had a little trouble on the edge of 2-1. Little connection issue there, but with back.
Just gotta love iRacing.
As you take a look at Eric Wolf, he is tracking down Richard Springer, trying to take that 4th position back.
You mean Richard Lucky?
Yes, Richard Lucky.
I'm looking anywhere for Richard Springer.
Sorry about that.
Highline Springer, I didn't think he would be in this race.
No, we'll be seeing him on Wednesday night at Eldora for the truck race. That's going to be a very interesting race to say the least.
Yeah, you can say that again. I can't wait to try to drive these trucks on some dirt. It might force me to actually have to practice for once. You know, I don't even think I've ever drove at Eldora. Not once.
As you see, Caden Honeycutt working the final corner to complete lap 13. We're almost 1/3 through this one.
And he's made that gap to 2 seconds over Burrows.
Ooh, Logan very loose off that corner. He's able to save it.
Wow.
Thought that was going to be a DNF there, but he's able to keep it straight.
It should have been. If that had been me, I'd have broke loose and slapped the inside wall real quick. About as far sideways as I want to get one.
Back to that battle with Wade Hustad, Spencer Town, Mike Springer. These guys are still going at it. Chris Lucky seemed to pull away from him.
Yeah, he's got
Wade
his
Hustad and Mike Springer both off the track. Mike Springer got the worst of that one. He's in the track now. John Theodore, Joseph Hell both able to get around him. Quite a few positions lost there by Mike Springer. Let's see if we can see what happened. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to bring it through. We'll see. They're going through the S's here. On board with Mike Springer.
I didn't see anything happen with Hustad, but
not get it there with Mike Springer. I think we lost the feed.
Mike Springer, he broke loose as he entered into the bus stop there. He caught that rumble strip and it just sent him sideways.
Gonna go to the next lap, see if we can see what happened. Let's hope this back to the Mike Springer.
And he blinks out just as he gets there. Wow.
Oh yeah, it just snaps loose on him. As he was downshifting, it snaps loose. But he did a great job getting back onto the track, and John Theodore and Joseph Held both doing a great job avoiding him.
I usually downshift on the straightaway before getting in there. I don't like to take that chance of downshifting just as I'm entering in the turn, just for that reason right there.
As you see him trying to get his positions back, he's looking to pass Joseph Held. That would be for the 13th position. Going back up to Wade Hustad, who's still in front of Sprint's car by about half a second. Not a whole lot has changed for our lead. Oh, Caden Honeycutt off the track. Anthony Burris gets around him. Logan's going to get around him as well.
Wow.
Let's see if we can rewind that real quick and see what happened. Oh, we see he's blinking out. And then he just goes into track. I wonder if his screen went black or something.
That's a big possibility. Something happened with his computer, because I mean, he almost went from one side of the road to the other, and was definitely completely out of the gas when all that happened. So
he did a great job getting off of the racing group and not making any contact with Anthony Burris or Logan. But that does open the door for Anthony to possibly win this thing.
And McNally, he's still right there. He's still trying to catch the back end of Burrows. This race is not over. If Honeycutt didn't mess up his tires too bad, he might get a chance to get back around them. But running through the grass like that and sliding like he did, you know, and with the internet connection on its own, it's hard to say what iRacing may have done to his tires.
Yeah, so just because of that, Logan went from maybe 4 seconds behind the leader to only 1 second. So he's still in this. This is now a 3-car battle once again.
Just because you up front and got a big old gap don't mean that you got this thing in the bag. Anything can happen, just like we just saw right there with Mr. Honeycutt. Probably no fault of his own, just a bad connection, or could even be a virus pop-up. Anything happens with these computers when you're racing. I've had my Oculus shut down on me in the middle of a race. That's no fun.
Going to be interesting to see how these guys fall after pitting, who has the best stop out of these three, because that's going to be what wins this race. I think the race on pit road, the race off pit road, and hitting your marks for the final. But I'm going to assume 22, 23 laps. I think these guys will split it halfway. Oh, Logan's in the wall. Logan's in the grass.
Oh no.
He's got a bit of damage there as Caden's able to get by him. Taking a look at his left rear is all beaten. You can see the tire above the panel there. He's definitely hurting.
I'm trying to rewind it myself to take a good look at it.
That's going to open the door back for Caden to work and try to get back around Anthony Burris. He's 9/10 behind him. Logan dropped a second behind Caden now after that.
It looked like he just got a little loose coming out there and he got in the grass. And that just did it for the rest of him.
We once again have a 4-car battle for 9th. or 8th, excuse me, as we have Spencer Tart, Wade Hustad, Mike Lemon, and Thomas Herman have joined the fray. Right behind them is John Theodore in the 27 and Mike Springer in the 12. You see Wade get very easily off the corner. Mike Lemon might look to his inside. He's going to think better of it. These tires are definitely wearing. We're seeing a lot of these guys get more and more loose as they punch the throttle off the corner exit. As we see Wade wiggle once again, coming off the final corner.
But one thing about it, the further you go, you're going to have to start easing on the gas coming off. These cars will break loose really quick, especially if you get on the gas too hard. And it looks like Houston may actually have some rear end damage where he's been hit from the rear sometime.
Take a look at that. Yeah, you're right. Not as significant as Adam's larger damage, but he definitely has some damage.
I'm not sure who got into the back end of him.
I don't see anybody with front end damage. Maybe Spencer Tart actually. Let me get a closer look. He does have front end damage, Spencer Tart, that is. So it might have been him who got into the back of the pit too. Eric Wolf is pitting.
Well, there's the short pit.
We got a gearbox view of Spencer Tart. He got loose there. That's going to open the door for Wade Hustad to get around him. As you see, Eric Wolf getting service. He's on his way out of pit road. Now, the one thing that these guys aren't used to, this is the only track where you pit on the right side of pit road. So these guys have to pit entering to the right versus entering to the left into the stalls. So that's something these guys are going to have to adjust to. Granted, they might not hit once, maybe twice here, but that is a very odd feeling having to turn to your right into the pit stall.
Well, just well, you got to be real careful coming out on these fresh tires too. You may be Superman, but the rest of the drivers still haven't pit, and you really got to work and be patient to get around these drivers. As he just made his way around, Bill Williams.
William Edwards. Yeah.
William Edwards, I got it.
Bill Edwards, William Edwards.
It's been a long day, man. It really has.
As we see more and more drivers getting pit, John Theodore is entering pit road. We're going to take a look at Caden Honeycutt now, as we missed the pass to the lead while we were focused on the pit sequence. We're going to see these guys pit very shortly.
Theodore's in, Edwards, Heather Butcher Benjamin. Pit stops are now underway. And I'm going to monitor this to see if anybody decides they're going to try to take tires only.
Looks like Caden is on his way to pit road. He locked up the brakes. Logan's in as well. Anthony's going to stay out. Caden locked up the brakes there. Hopefully he didn't speed. We see Richard Lucky also pitting.
So far, everybody's got 14 to 15 second pit stops, so I don't see anybody short pitting or taking right side tires only. Wow.
As you see, Caden's off, Logan's off, Richard Lucky's about to exit his stall. We see Wade Hustad and Mike Springer and Thomas Herman all enter their pit stalls. Richard and Chris Lucky both exit back to back. These guys are going to be racing it off for position. These two brothers did a fantastic job at Sonoma. These two dominated.
Now that they did, and they can definitely know their way around a road course, that's for sure.
As you see, Anthony Burroughs is now pitting. The leader is in.
I'm really surprised that somebody didn't opt for 2 tires to try to get track position.
We're going to see if Adam de Blasio pits here. If he doesn't, he'll be the new leader, as it looks like he dives it down. So Adam's also going to pit. Spencer Tart will be entering as well.
At least 3 guys left. And they're all on pit road now. So
as this cycles through, I believe Caden will be the leader once again.
Yep.
He's going to take a lap route to readjust, but Caden is currently the leader. Logan will be in second. It looks like Eric Wolf will be in third.
Followed by Burrows, Richard Lucky, and Chris Lucky. So Chris Lucky wasn't lying when he said he could get to the top 5. He's only 1 place behind.
Yep, as we are halfway through this one at Watkins Glen.
I think I dumped my brother for a top 5.
Yeah, we'll see how these two race it out. As Caden Honeycutt begins lap 25.
With a 3-second lead, almost a 4-second lead over second place. So he really had a nice pit stop.
The question is, what happened to Anthony Burrows? Why is he dropped so far back? Could the later pit stop by Anthony be that much of a difference?
Well, he was on and off pit road 45 seconds. His pit stop was 14.4. But Honeycutt, wow, almost a full 10 seconds difference between on and off pit road between him and Burrows. 37.4 on and off versus 45 even with Burrows. So, yeah, big difference. Caden must have had that thing sitting there beeping at him the whole time going down pit road.
Yeah, looking at my statistics, Caden did have the fastest pit stop of this whole field with a 14.2. He also had the shortest lane time with the 37.4, so Caden Honeycutt definitely won this pit sequence, I guess we could say.
Well, I got de Blasio at 13.8 for his stop. With a 37.8.
You're right. I did miss that. Okay, so Caden was second fastest. De Blasio we see is all the way back into the 7th position.
And it looks like Richard Lucky's pulled away from Chris. And he's definitely looking at the back end, Taylor Butcher Benjamin.
That is not for position now. Taylor is 1 lap down.
Somebody blew or hit something. I just heard it. Oh, no, that's Chris Lucky. What happened to him? I think he blew up.
Let's see if we can
He did. He blew up.
see what happened there. I'm going to try previous crash. On the parkour. Oh, he might have downshifted in the first.
That's exactly what he did. He grabbed the wrong gear, and it just blew up on him.
Wow, that is very unfortunate there for Chris Lucky, as he is able to make it into pit lane. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to make it to his pit stall, though.
It don't matter. His race is over with now. It's at least 35-minute stop to
As you see,
to get
Caden
his spurs
Honeycutt's about to lap Bill Edwards. Bill Edwards actually doesn't have a hood, so he definitely has some nose damage. He's probably off speed a little bit, but he's able to get out of the way, let Caden go by.
Wonder what happened to his, Mr. Edwards there. So Honeycutt out front. It's all about Callie, Eric Wolf, Anthony Burrows, Richard Lucky, Adam de Blasio, Wade Hustat, Mike Springer, John Theodore, and Mike Lemon rounding out our top 10. All in all, JP, I think it's been a pretty good race.
Absolutely has, and these guys have about 17, 18 laps to go. Who knows what's going to happen? We've seen the leaders mess up and lose seconds off the lead they had. So if Caden Honeycutt can keep his race clean, hit his marks, he should come away with a win. However, we saw at New Hampshire, Caden was in the lead and he made a mistake that cost him the win. So will history repeat itself? We'll have to wait and see.
You also got to look out for what just happened to Mr. Lucky, grabbing the wrong gear. Anything can happen. That's why I like my paddle. Did away with the gear shifter a long time ago just for that mistake.
As we take a look at our closest battle, we have John Theodore passing Mike Lemon. That is for the 9th position. Mike Lemon looking to pass him and take 10th away.
Mr. Tart's all over the back end of Lemon.
As you take a ride up through the S's. Gonna go on board with Spencer Tart through the bus stop. We'll see this heavy braking zone. Spencer gets pretty close to Mike Lemon. We'll have to see the drive off.
Oh, he got a little loose.
He did indeed.
Now, I see Honeycutt do that lap after lap after lap. He just stays in it, and how he makes it work is beyond me. Honeycutt with almost a 6-second lead.
John Theodore got loose there. That's going to open the door for Mike Lemon and Spencer Tart.
Protect that inside. Oh! Spencer just gave Lemon a really good love tap in the rear end.
He
Messed
did,
it all up.
Mike went wide. He's able to keep it straight though. I'll have to see if Mike Lemon pays the favor if he can catch back up to Spencer Tart.
With as much damage as Spencer Tart just took to that front end, it probably won't be hard to catch him.
Look at the gear change for your Spencer Tart. He already did hit Wade Husted, I believe it was, once. So I'm sure his nose would definitely hurt him.
But Lemon's rear end doesn't look too good either. So, and Spencer just keeps getting loose. Overdriving these cars at this track will hurt you in the long run. Not only do you wear your tires out, but I mean, it gives so much potential of losing it altogether. Lemon really looking at the back end of Theodore now, trying to get around him.
We're going to see if we can pull in Chris Lucky for a quick interview.
10-4.
Hey, Chris Lucky, this is the broadcast booth. You have a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, Chris, we were on board with you, and we saw that you blew up entering the second to last corner. We were guessing that you misshifted maybe in the first gear. Is that, in fact, what happened?
No, when I'm really hard, when I'm pushing it really hard, I downshift and really expect a lot out of the gearbox through there and a lot out of the motor. And I knew that that was a possibility because I've done that there before. But when you're digging for all you got and you're running 6th or 5th, wherever I was, doesn't really matter.
Yeah, at the time you were 6th, battling your brother Richard for 5th. As you stated in the pre-race, you thought you had a top 5 out of it. You were definitely on pace for that. Do you think you could have even had a podium finish?
No, I don't think I had any chance to catch Burrows, but maybe Wolf, maybe, but that would have been asking a lot. I mean, I was realistically only going to get up to 5th. These guys up front are really fast. I'm really impressed by Logan and Caden both.
So you're saying that you kept the RPMs up too high when you downshifted?
Yeah, I just grabbed second gear too soon there.
10-4. See, that's why I was saying I always try to downshift on the straightaway before going into the turns, just to keep that from happening.
Well, take
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, Chris. Go on.
When you're pushing it hard and to get the most out of these things, you really got to push everything to the limit, the gearbox, the engine, everything, and just pushed it too far.
Well, you definitely had an awesome run out there. I was really impressed by you, my man.
Thanks, Dave.
Yep.
Taking a look at the point standings, you already have 3 wins on the season, so this DNF will not hurt you at all with your playoff chances, as you are locked into the playoffs. So with the 5 more races to go, what tracks are you looking forward to before we begin the playoffs?
Really none of them. There's only 2 tracks left on the schedule that really circled, and that is the Roval, which I've never raced at before,
It's
and
fun.
Dover. I know me and Richie are both really fast at Dover. So.
Well, I love the Roval. I run it last year in the Cup car, and I'm not a road course guy, but man, that thing was fun.
Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Chris, well, thank you for talking to us. It's unfortunate that your engine gave out, but we appreciate you speaking to us, and see you next week.
Absolutely.
Shout out, man. Get them in, get them out. You know you got some.
Yep. Shout out to my brother. Big shout out to my wife Jenny and my daughter Avery for putting up with me every Monday so I can come up here and do this with you guys.
10-4.
Thanks, guys. Have a good one.
Yes, sir. You have a great race, or your good night. Your race is over. Sorry. Well, you know, this thing's running down to the end. We got less than 10 laps to go here when they cross the line this time by. I just wanted to thank again everybody that supports me at the GoFundMe page for my wife. Want to thank everybody here at DRL for all the words and supports, all the fans that show up week in and week out for Dynasty Racing League. All the emails, really appreciate it, guys. Y'all are something, YouTube family.
Caden gets very loose. I'm sorry to interrupt you there.
Seems to have recovered. No foul.
Sorry about that. Yep.
But as I was saying, thank you, YouTube, for everything that you've done. And again, the link is in the description. If you can't help out, well, that's understandable. But if you can, that's greatly appreciated. If you can, please share with your Facebook. It'd be greatly appreciated.
Sorry about interrupting you there, David. I thought Caden's Honeycutt race was about to be over.
I thought it was over too. I was watching it as it happened.
He's able to maintain.
He did give up 0.2 of a second on that, though.
Yeah, I don't think 0.2 is gonna bother him much, as he's 6 seconds in front of Logan McNally, who's currently in 2nd. And then we got to go back another 5 seconds to see Anthony Burrows in 3rd.
Well, I think it's 10 laps to go this time by, right?
Yes, sir. 10 laps to go here at Watkins Glen. 14 drivers on the lead lap. We only have 2 DNFs. I don't think John Mullins officially gridded. 2 DNFs. That is Chris Lucky, who we just spoke to, and Justin Musso, who ended up wrecking through the S's earlier in this race. Looking at our closest battle on track, we'll have to go to Mike Lemon, Thomas Herman battling for the 11th position.
So you think Honeycutt's gonna take it easy for these last 5 laps just to make sure he doesn't wreck his car, or do you think he's gonna continue to drive it like a madman?
Well, hopefully that little scare he just had will convince
Oh!
him otherwise.
Wow! He's off the track and in the grass and like to lost it right there.
Able to
Wow,
keep going, however.
That answers my question on whether or not he's gonna back out or not.
Pretty soon his luck will run out.
Well, he ain't got the last name Lucky, that's for sure. But he did some awesome driving right there to keep from losing it. I mean, he was slinging up dirt and grass everywhere in that right rear tire. That's just something that you don't want to do, especially at this track. You just don't want to be in the grass at all with these slicks.
Going back to the battle, it looks like things have calmed down. John Theodore, Mike Lemon, Thomas Harmon running in that order.
I'm curious. I'm gonna look, see if it'll tell me. It doesn't show me here. Let's see if I can't find it out on Now, I know better than that. It's saying nobody has incidents, but I've seen people run off the track. So
yeah, looking at my stats right here, we have Eric Wilson has 0 incidents to this point, as does Jim Martin, who also has 0 incidents. For those that don't know, on iRacing, if you go off the track, you will get a 1x for going off the track. Car contacts can go between 2 and 4x depending on their significance, as well as wall contact can also give you 2x. So right now, 2 drivers are still perfect with 0 incidences. Richard Lucky has 1 incident, as does Chris Lucky, also 1 incident.
Well, what about Honeycutt? I've seen him run off the track so many times.
Yeah, Honeycutt's right now at 8. The driver with the most incidences is 25 of Adam DeBlasio, who, as we see, spending in 5th position. So a nice top 5 working for him.
Well, he's definitely working on it for sure. Started this race 8th, so he's gained 3 positions since the start. And I imagine he got that damage right there at the start, so. It's good. This race is definitely coming to an end here, my man.
Yes, it is. As we see Caden Honeycutt work his way through turn 1 to the S's. We see the 0-2 of Joseph Pelt right in front of Caden. Joseph's trying to stay on the lead lap before this one is over.
Wade Hustad not having the race that he wanted all the way back in 9th place, but he's pretty secure in the points with how many wins he got this year? 7?
Wade Hustad has 6 wins, and all those wins are going to add up in the playoffs when we get the first round of eliminations. 3 points per win will be his advantage in the playoffs, so he's already at 18 points advantage over the drivers with no wins.
But you know, that's only one race. You get DNF'd in there, I mean, you can lose 18 points just like that. So it's really not much of an advantage, is it?
I suppose it isn't. Working the top 10, we see Mike Lemon behind him in 10th. And Thomas Harmon lost ground on Mike Lemon and Thomas in 11th.
I mean, don't get me wrong, going into the playoffs with an 18-point lead, that's great and everything, but as we saw last year, it doesn't take one bad race or one bad move, especially there at the end. You know, you could be battling out last 4 drivers of yourself. You think you got it sewed up, be the fastest man on the track, and what happened?
Looks like Taylor, I don't know if he blew up or went through the bus stop, but he's off the pace.
We saw last year in all 3 last races, the driver we thought was going to walk away with the championship didn't. with the exception of Hustad. Now, ain't that right? Hustad was leading in the points when he went into the race and finished it that way. Is that right?
I believe it is correct. I'd have to look back into the last.
Now,
standings.
Burrows was leading in the points, wasn't he?
It was
Going
one of
into the
those
Cup.
two drivers. I know that much. Burrows had a great season. As you see, Taylor
Oh,
Benjamin's
wow.
almost stopping.
And Honeycutt almost hit him in the rear.
I hope Taylor said something over the radio when he said that could have been a very bad incident if Caden had hit the back of his vehicle.
Well, I mean, Honeycutt really was way out there, though. I mean, when you're off the track like that, like Taylor was, I mean, what more can you do? But he was definitely slinging that car wide. Honeycutt was. That was a really close one. I almost want to go back and get in car to see that.
4 more times for Caden Honeycutt as he crosses the start-finish line. He has a 7-second lead over the 88 of Logan McNally.
Well, it wasn't as close as I thought it was going to be from in-car, but wow, it sure did look scary from on our view.
Don't really have much in the way of battles going on. The closest I see on the relative would be John Theodore chasing down Chris James.
Honeycutt's going to have to watch out for this lap traffic, though. Don't want to get caught up in anything with these last 4 laps to go. At this point, you know, he's got a 7-second lead. I just, you know, be me. Better safe than sorry. McNally's 7 seconds back. There's no reason to really push it that hard. I could actually see him just riding for these last couple of laps. Taking it easy, making sure that I hit my marks. Don't overdrive my car, just to make sure I win this race. And his point situation has not got him to the point to where he's going to make it in on points as of yet. But you know, he's not far off. He's only 19th. Was that about 70 points out of right behind Burrows in 16th spot. Burrows is made it in on points with 4 wins, but does Burrows have 80% ran? Now, I don't remember if he drove 80% of the races. Burrows hasn't drove 80, has he?
No, Burrows has not done 80%, so that 4 wins you see there, Burrows will not be locked into the playoffs via those 4 wins. He'll have to do it by points, which at the moment Burrows is in the playoffs based on points. As you see there, he's in 16th.
Right.
Caden Honeycutt also has not done 80%, which is why that win is not locking him in. He'll need to gain it's almost 300 points. As you see the total difference there. Burrows is 351 and Caden Honeycutt is 620, so that's
he's not gonna make it.
170 about points, which Burrows showing up tonight, that does not help Caden at all, because Caden will need Burrows to miss the rest of the season. I don't believe Caden will make it in the playoffs, which is unfortunate, but real life circumstances keeps drivers out from competing, which is 100% understandable. Real life comes before iRacing. We're just glad that Caden showed up and beats any chance that he gets.
Well, when he does show up, man, does he show up? He lets everybody know that he can drive these cars, that's for sure.
Absolutely. Caden Honeycutt also races in real life. He's a part of the ARCA series. I think he'll be in NASCAR one day. Of course.
Well, he better not forget about little old me.
Absolutely. As white flag is out for Caden Honeycutt, he has 8 seconds lead. He can almost half throttle it the whole way around this thing.
He makes it into NASCAR. He needs to get me a job as a broadcaster. Then you sit there and listen to me go, wow, oh, wow.
Oh, he's in the wall.
Yeah. All them good words. And he is in the wall. Wow. Oh, I was not live. Honeycutt hit the wall hard.
He kept it straight, though. He only lost 2 seconds.
I thought you was joking, picking with me, and I just happened to catch it just as, wow, I wasn't even live. That's unreal.
That's all right, as Caden Honeycutt's gonna hopefully coast it through this last corner, as Caden Honeycutt in dominant fashion is going to win here at Watkins Glen for the Dynasty Racing League Cup Series.
I told you earlier his biggest threat was himself, and he took himself out right there on the last lap. Wow. Way to go, Caden. Awesome job here tonight.
Across the line. Anthony Burris coming off of the final corner. He's going to cross the line. Then we have Eric Wolf in 4th. 5th is going to be Adam Blasio. Richard Lucky's coming off the final corner. He's going to come home in 6th. As we go back up to Caden Honeycutt. He's flying through the bus stop. He's going to be able to celebrate his win when he comes back around. What a drive for Caden Honeycutt. Starting on the pole, he's going to finish 1st. His fastest lap time of the race was a 1:08.433. That was the fastest out of everybody who participated tonight. He was just a dominant car all night long. Caden makes his way through the final 2 corners. He's going to be able to burn it down and celebrate his 2nd win of this season. As there he is, he's going to burn it down there as we're on board with him. Doing a great burnout there. Yeah, he keeps it off the wall. Looking through, I don't see him in a voice channel, so I think we'll start with our 3rd place finisher until he does so. If I can pull in Anthony Burrows real quick. Hey Anthony Burrows, this is the broadcast booth. Do you have a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, Anthony, 3rd place here at Watkins Glen. You started in 3rd. You did lead a few laps. Walk us through your race.
Yeah, first round was pretty fun with Caden and Logan. First 5 or 6 laps of the run, I was right there with Caden on speed, but I kind of would use my tires up a little too much. Caden would just drive off in the long runs, but eventually got the lead back from him making a couple mistakes, and then I stayed out a lap later than them on pit stops, which I thought would help, but overshot my box and lost probably about 10 seconds. But yeah, I mean, if that didn't happen, I feel like that could have been a pretty good battle between us 3 for the win. But yeah, congrats to Caden though. He was flying.
Well, looking at the pit stop times, it said that you were in the pit for 45 seconds, where Caden Honeycutt was a 37.4 second time. Do you think that is what could have lost you this one?
Possibly. My tires were definitely a bit better since I started out a lap later, but I still would have probably been about 5 seconds behind him, and that would have been pretty tough to make up. But yeah, I never know. Anything could.
Well, going into these next few races, you're going to be able to make it to secure your spot in the playoffs, seeing as how you can only be there by.
I think I'm 15th in points right now, so yeah, I should be all right.
So
With a couple
you
tracks coming.
so you are planning on showing up for the rest of the races then?
Yeah, I plan on it.
Way to go, my man. Way to go. Got to hang in there somehow, right?
Yep.
All right. Shout outs, my man. Get them in, get them out. There you got
Yeah,
them.
definitely shout out to Caden and Logan tonight for the fun race. Shout out to you guys as always for putting on the broadcast, and thanks to everyone who watched tonight.
10-4. Well,
Alrighty.
Mr. Burrows, awesome job. Top 3 finish, man.
Thank you.
Alrighty, let's see if we can pull in our second place finisher. Get a quick word with him. We do have Caden Honeycutt waiting, so we'll get to him last. Hey Logan, this is broadcast booth. Do you have a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, Logan, coming home second. You started in the second position. We saw you had a little bit of trouble every now and then getting loose. You had a great save off the final corner about halfway through the race. Walk us through your eventful night.
Yeah, I had a lot of mistakes that really cost me trying to get up to Caden, but he did a great job. All three of us did a great job if you're in the top three, keeping it off of each other, and it was fun, right?
Did we lose him?
No, he's there.
Oh.
Sorry about that. Well, Logan, coming home second, looking at the point standings. Looks like you're gonna be safe in making it to the playoffs, both on wins and points. For the remaining 4 races of this regular season, what tracks are you looking forward to going to?
Well, definitely Michigan next week because that's the one I've won at. Probably Darlington because I love that track.
Really?
Definitely not
Darling?
Indy. Yes.
Wow. Oh, my God. So you must be a heck of a driver if you like Darlington.
Bristol should be fun too. All 4 races should be fun.
Alright, well, David, do you have anything for Logan?
I just want to say, man, he did an awesome job out there tonight, keeping that thing straight. Did an awesome job. Got a little bit of squirrely there a couple of times, but all in all, I mean, he did a really awesome job. I like what I see out of him here lately. So good luck in battling it out, and good luck in the championship.
Thank you, sir.
Do you have any shout outs you'd like to give out before we let you go?
Nationwide for being on the car, my buddy Austin, and my family.
10-4.
Alrighty. Have a great
Thank
night.
y'all
We'll
for
see
putting
you.
this on.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Our
Have a
pleasure.
great night, and we'll talk to you next week.
You too.
Alrighty, let's see if we can pull in our race winner, Caden Honeycutt. Do you have a copy?
What's up, man?
Oh, nothing much. Sorry we missed you on the pole sitter interview. You weren't in the Discord at that time, but we got you now. Great race tonight. You started on the pole, you won, and you also the fastest lap set through the whole field with a 108.433. Walk us through your race. We saw with I believe it's 2 to go. You got into the wall off of the S's. That must have been a scary moment.
Well, that was on the last lap. I don't really know what I was doing there. I hit the bump there wrong, and it just upset the car and just about crashed myself. But through that whole race, when I slowed down, my screen went black, and I couldn't see anything, and I was just holding the wheel straight, hoping it hit nothing. And that's when McKinley and Burrows went by, and then it just took a little bit to get it back going. But the rest of that race, I think what messed up Anthony was that I stopped to get from last year. He tried to pit one lap ahead of me, and I ended up getting farther back ahead. Uh, but I mean, this Watkins Glen is just a fun road course I'd enjoy, and like any other ones I enjoy. Uh, it's just such a fun racetrack. It's so intense. You got to find the little things off the corner, into the corner, where you can find speed. It's just where it's probably my favorite road course track. Uh, But during the final laps, I don't really know what I was doing. I was kind of just in la la land, I guess. I don't know.
And thinking you was already over.
Well, no, it was in the white flag. I was like, okay, so one more, and I just hit the bump wrong, I guess, and it just upset the car and almost wrecked myself. But I was glad I catched it. Otherwise, I would probably wouldn't just wrecked myself on the last lap. That wouldn't have been cool. That
Yeah,
would
Well,
not
that's
have been cool.
that
well,
eight
that's
second cushion definitely helped. Otherwise, if Logan was right behind you, you probably would have ended up losing it. But David pointed out throughout the whole race, it looked like you were on the edge throughout the bus stop. You were really pushing it through there, and
yeah.
very impressive how you were able to hang on to that thing going through that bus stop.
Oh, thank you, David. Appreciate that. As well, man, that just comes from a lot of practice and racing with in the big race NIS and watching the pro drivers do all that stuff. It just kind of like when I watch them do it, I try to replicate that and do it myself. And just having that practice with really good pro drivers that race every time at every racetrack. To be honest, every racetrack you go with them, you just learn off of them and get better, and eventually you start being better than they are, and they find things off of you. Uh, that's what really just helped me at Watkins Glen from last year too, racing with Clampett and a lot of other guys from last year helped me win that race as well as it did this one. The new package kind of came in a little play there, and we definitely had a lot more speed going through all the turns. We were pretty much uh, flat on the gas all the way through the S's before the inner loop. Uh, and last year we could not do that because of the package that we had.
Well, I'll tell you right now, if I try to monkey see, monkey do what the pro drivers do, I'm eating the fence every time. I just
Yeah,
got
they're on edge.
I just got to hang on to it and pray like I get through it. And I may be slow through the bus stop, but the rest of the track I like. I love
Yeah,
this. I love this track in the Indy cars. It's really fun to drive in the Indies. But awesome job out there tonight, Honeycutt. Like I said, you did an awesome job, and I did suspect that when you got passed by them, that exactly what happened was your screen went black.
yeah. So I ran a triple screen monitor, and so for some reason it shot out of the iRacing, and I was literally like at the highest point of view you could see was like 1,000 or something like that. So I had to slow down and alt enter, and eventually it just took its time. And I was glad I didn't really lose more time on that too, or
I was,
wreck anybody.
yeah, I'm surprised you didn't hit anything. I mean, you came close to both walls, the inside and the outside wall. You drove from one side of the track to the other and still was able to keep that thing straight. How you
That
did
was
it, I don't
just,
know.
that was just lucky.
Yeah.
That was just lucky.
Alrighty, Kaden. Well, do you have any shout outs you'd like to give out before we let you go tonight?
Thank you and David for doing the broadcast tonight. Doing it each and every day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays. We appreciate y'all doing that for us. Uh, thank you for everyone else that came out and raced tonight. I know we didn't have the car count that we wanted or something like that. Everyone's favorite racetrack on a road course. Uh, I
Ain't
hope
got
I'm.
no ringers.
No, we don't actually. Um, but but also thank you to Alexander for making the cool paint scheme I have on. Uh, I don't know. It might be able to race the Eldora race Wednesday.
Um,
Uh,
that'll be something that we'll definitely have to discuss after the broadcast is off. But
Okay, yeah. Well, if I can, I hope I'll see everyone Wednesday. Eldora is definitely one of my favorite tracks too because I'm a dirt racer as well.
well,
Uh,
I can tell you what. If you're a dirt racer, I might give you my screen name and password. Run for
yeah,
me. I need a win this year.
I'll give you one.
I hear it. Yeah, I wouldn't do that to JP. Besides,
Oh,
that y'all everybody definitely know the difference between your driving and mine.
alrighty, Kaden.
we probably
Well,
get paid too.
congrats on the win tonight, Kaden. Thank you for speaking with us, and we're looking forward to seeing you next week for Michigan.
Oh, no problem, man. Thank you all for doing it.
Yep.
Alrighty, have a great night.
Y'all too. See ya.
And that was Caden Honeycutt, tonight's winner. Let's take a look at our unofficial results. We have Caden Honeycutt winning tonight, leading 38 of the 45 laps. So a dominant race by Caden Honeycutt. Logan McNally came home second. Anthony Burrows leading the other 7 laps tonight, came home in third. Eric Wolf 4th, Adam de Blasio 5th, Richard Lucky came home 6th, Mike Springer in the number 12 finishes 7th, Spencer Tar in 8th. Points leader Wade Hustad had a 9th place finish tonight, and Mike Lemon rounds out the top 10. Going back to 11th is Thomas Harmon. Chris James comes home 12th. John Theodore 13th. Joseph Helt 14th. Bill Edwards 15th. Jim Westerfield 16th. 17th belongs to Taylor Butcher Benjamin. 18th Chris Lucky. Dustin Musial comes home 19th. And John Mullins 20th. Taking a look at our next race for the Dynasty Racing League Cup Series, we are at Michigan for the Michigan 200. That is Monday, August 12th at 9:30 Eastern Time for 100 laps. The next broadcast on DRL TV is tomorrow night for the Watkins Glen 100 for the DRL Grand National Series. That is 41 laps here at Watkins Glen. Be sure to tune in at 9:30 tomorrow night. Credits. Thank you to everybody that makes Dynasty Racing League possible. Thank you to James Panda for owner and financial. Martin Wendell and Jordan Gonzalez, do all the graphics. Everything you see on the overlays, website, Facebook is all them. So big thank you to all of them. Marketing, thank you to James Panda. Broadcast, thank you to the broadcasters on DRL TV. We have David Wellborn Jr., Taylor Butcher Benjamin, Martin Wenzel, Getty Buckner, James Pandoff, Ryan Branch, who did Cup Series earlier this year. Thank you to the special guests we've had lately, Spencer Tar, Mike Springer, David Wright, to name a few. Race control, thank you to all the race controllers, Martin Wenzel, Getty Buckner, James Pandoff, Robbie Armstrong, Dakota Wilkins, Ryan Hesgard, Jeremy Hebel, Richard Springer, and Eric Weatherholtz. Thank you to League Administration, James Pandoff, Getty Buckner, Martin Wenzel, Ryan Branch, and David Wellborn Jr. Well, David, 22 races are in the books. We've had
Yo,
6
yeah,
different winners. Caden Honeycutt picking up his second one tonight.
I tell you, man, I love watching these guys get out here on this track, especially in the Cup Series. I love watching these races. I really enjoy broadcasting though. That's my thing. And so far this year, I've not been disappointed at all for the Cup, Grand National, or the trucks this year. So awesome racing going on here at Dynasty Racing League, and I just can't get over how these drivers are able to do this week in and week out, and make it work.
Absolutely, and we appreciate you taking time to broadcast each and every week to be able to showcase these drivers' talents as they progress each and every week. But that's going to be it for tonight at Watkins Glen for the Dynasty Racing League Cup Series. Thank you all for tuning in, and we'll see you.
And make sure if you can't donate, at least hit the GoFundMe page, share it on your Facebook, please. Be greatly appreciated. Thank you.
Absolutely, that link can be found on this YouTube description. It can be found on Facebook and also on our website. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact us. We'll see you tomorrow night for the Dynasty Racing League Grand National Series race at Watkins Glen. Thank you and good night.